Welcome back to this explainer. Today, we are diving deep into the Jio Platforms Draft Red Herring Prospectus, or DRHP. We're going to unpack a massive, multi-layered digital machine. We really want to uncover if Jio's vast consumer digital ecosystem is genuinely a standalone profit engine, or if it's actually just a brilliant, massive tool designed primarily to keep their core connectivity customers fiercely loyal. So let's just dive right into this. Our central question today revolves around apps you probably use every single day. Think about it. Are platforms like MyJio, JioCinema, JioSaavn, JioAICloud, and their growing advertising network actually designed to make money entirely on their own? Or do they strategically exist just to protect and grow Jio's core telecom revenues? It's a really fascinating distinction, and the DRHP provides us with the exact data we need to figure it out. To get to the bottom of this, here is our roadmap. 1. Inside the digital ecosystem. 2. Gateways, entertainment, and cloud. 3. Mapping the customer journey. 4. Engagement versus actual monetization. 5. Ecosystem value and competition. And finally, 6. The core investor question. All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Inside the Digital Ecosystem, more than just telecom. According to the DRHP, Jio's architecture isn't just some random drawer of apps. It's a highly organized, vertically integrated stack. At the foundation, you've got the basic digital connectivity network. But layered on top of that, extending way upward, are consumer apps for entertainment, cloud computing, smart home solutions, and AI. They actually call it a phygital distribution platform, which basically means they are using their massive physical telecom reach to cross-sell these digital services incredibly effectively. Moving right along to Section 2, Gateways, Entertainment, and Cloud, the anchors. Take the MyJio app, for example. On the surface, the feature seems super simple, right? It's a self-help app to pay your telecom bill. But strategically, it is a Trojan horse. With a staggering 215.9 million average monthly active users in fiscal 2026, MyJio is the primary gateway. It's literally the front door where consumers are pushed to discover shopping, financial services, and media. It pulls users out of everyday utility and drops them right into the Jio universe. And this strategy is absolutely brilliant when applied to entertainment. You've got JioTV Plus aggregating over 1,000 digital TV channels and 15 OTT services. You've got JioSaavn for music, and JioGames offering over 3,400 titles. To you and me, the feature is just entertainment. But the strategic role? Capturing daily habitual engagement. Whether it's through a smartphone on the morning commute or the Jio set-top box in the living room, they're basically monopolizing daily user attention. Then we have the cloud. In 2024, they launched JioAICloud. The basic feature is just photo and video storage with smart AI grouping, but strategically, this is all about creating deep long-term switching costs. Think about it. Once your family's entire digital history, all those thousands of securely stored, AI-sorted photos, is fully integrated into your Jio account, leaving the Jio connectivity network becomes incredibly difficult. The stickiness there is just profound. So, Section 3, Mapping the Customer Journey, the Web. How does a user actually get pulled into this deep web of services? Well, the company's disclosures map it out as a highly deliberate progression. Step 1 is acquiring the customer through mobile connectivity or home broadband. Step 2 seamlessly onboards them onto that MyJio gateway we just talked about. From there, Step 3 introduces high-engagement content and entertainment. Step 4 entrenches them with cloud storage and digital services. And finally, Step 5 is monetization, capturing value through subscriptions or their fast-growing advertising network, JioAds. But how exactly does that monetization work in reality?
Which perfectly tees up Section 4, engagement versus actual monetization, the economics. Honestly, this is the crux of our whole explainer.
The DRHP boasts some truly eye-watering engagement metrics. We're talking 361.6 million monthly active users across their family of apps. Plus, they're seeing an average of 5 hours of daily time spent on the Jio set-top box. 5 hours a day. To put that into perspective, that is roughly a third of our waking lives. This level of attention gives Jio an unprecedented, almost total reach into the daily routine of the Indian household. But, and this is a big but, our analytical lens requires us to pause right here. It is absolutely crucial to remember that in the digital world, having millions of highly engaged users does not automatically equal immediate, large, standalone profits from those specific apps. We really have to separate the users from the revenue.
When we separate current reality from future potential using the DRHP data, a very clear picture emerges. Today's actual, tangible monetization is heavily tied to telecom. By bundling these amazing OTT and digital services, consumers happily upgrade to higher-tier data packs. That directly increases Jio's average revenue per user, or ARPU, and that is real cash today. On the flip side, things like JioAds, building an ad network across these engaged users, or direct premium cloud subscriptions, well, those are positioned as massive but future potential opportunities.
Let's bring in a dose of reality with Section 5, Ecosystem Value and Competition, the reality check.
The DRHP frankly acknowledges the brutal competitive environment here. In digital services, cloud, and advertising, Jio isn't just competing locally. They are going head-to-head with global giants with infinitely deep pockets. Google and Meta in advertising, AWS, Microsoft Azure, and Google Cloud in the cloud space, Spotify and YouTube Music and audio. These are heavily funded, deeply entrenched competitors. Which leads us to a really vital analytical question. Would apps like JioSaavn or JioGames have the exact same strategic and financial value if they were completely standalone companies outside of the Jio ecosystem? Or does their true, overwhelming strength come precisely from being bundled with a Jio 5G data connection and a Jio set-top box?
The DRHP points heavily toward the latter. The absolute magic here is the ecosystem effect. By connecting multiple digital services to a single customer, Jio dramatically increases the depth of that relationship. The document explicitly notes that cross-selling and bundling content directly increases consumers' willingness to upgrade packs. The ecosystem effectively builds an impenetrable fortress around the core telecom business, reducing churn, supercharging customer retention, and driving up that vital telecom ARPU.
Bringing it all home with Section 6, the core investor question, the verdict.
Jio's economic model is a marathon, not a sprint. Day one is entirely about connectivity acquisition. Month one focuses on driving digital engagement through apps like MyJio. By year one, the goal is sticky cross-service usage, getting the user completely relying on the cloud, the games, the TV. And moving into year two and beyond, the objective is unlocking pure digital revenue through advertising networks and direct subscriptions, all built on top of a highly secured telecom base.
So what is the final verdict? Well, weighing the evidence presented in the DRHP, there is undeniably a massive opportunity for a standalone digital engine. The digital entertainment market is growing rapidly. The advertising surfaces on their apps are vast, and their cloud capabilities are really scaling up. But if we look at what is actively driving the economics today, the undeniable reality is its role as a strategic moat. The primary financial lever right now is using these incredible digital services to drive telecom plan upgrades, boost ARPU, and ensure customer retention. Ultimately, what this explainer reveals is a highly deliberate, mutually reinforcing puzzle. It's connectivity plus content, plus entertainment, plus cloud, plus advertising. Together, they create a beyond connectivity ecosystem that interlocks so perfectly, a customer simply has no financial or practical reason to ever leave. It's the whole shebang. But as we wrap up our analysis of the DRHP today, it leaves us with one final provocative question to ponder. The user base is definitely there, and the engagement is off the charts. But as this massive digital ecosystem continues to mature, will there ever be a day when Jio's digital apps and services actually out-earn the very telecom network they were built to ride on? Thank you for joining me for this explainer, and definitely keep that question in mind as you watch this space.